Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to be looking at Shelley Duvall's fairy tale theater yet again. This time we're going to be reviewing her Cinderella. So this is the same DVD case collection that I did The Little Mermaid in, and the same day I did Rapunzel. You can notice those videos I look. Yeah, I just finished those. So this one stars, this one came out in 1985, so it came out in August of 85. This is, I think, season 4. Cinderella is played by Jennifer Beals. Prince Henry, our prince, is Matthew Broderick. So this is still in his Ferris Bueller age. The fairy godmother is played by Jean Stapleton. The stepmother is played by Eve Arden. And then Jane Alden is Arlene, which is one of the stepsisters. And then you had Edie McClurg as Bertha. If you're familiar with Matthew Broderick, if you're familiar with Ferris Bueller's Days Off, Edie McClurg was the secretary in this. So in this one, rather than her being his boss's, his principal's secretary, and he's a teenager, she's one of the princesses who wants to marry him. So this sticks, again, there are different tales here. So this one is kind of a combination. Father dies, which is the German version, not the French version. You can check out my previous videos. I have another Cinderella thing where I looked into these. So in the Brothers Grimm version, Dad dies. In the original French version, which technically is what the Disney Cinderella is based on, Dad doesn't die. He's just kind of has no spine. But in this one, Dad dies. So I'm going to assume they're basing this a little bit more off the German version of the Grimm's fairy tale. So Dad dies, Cinderella's turned into a servant. They come, basically there's going to be a royal ball. Stepsisters go off with stepmother. Fairy godmother shows up. Pumpkin, though in this one they actually clean out all the seeds in the pumpkin. So that's kind of interesting. Then she finds mice and a rat. They turn into horses. She has to be back by midnight. But in this one, there's 2 balls. Now, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. There's either 2 or 3 in the Grimm's fairy tale, so this one sticks a little bit closer. And it's the second one that she forgets her shoes. And then her last slipper. And so in this one, typical of all the fairy tales, again, everybody starts trying on a slipper, and eventually they're going door to door. They come to the house of Cinderella. This doesn't have the gruesome thing. One sister is binding her foot. They're trying to make their feet smaller. The Grimm fairy tales, they cut things off. And birds tell the princess he's riding off that, yeah, there's issues. And Cinderella's pops up and says, "Can I try it? Maybe it will fit me." And they're irritated, and it fits her. She has the other shoe, which is very much the Disney version, where the shoe comes out of her pocket. Ho ho. It is now 10 o'clock at night, and I have a crazy kid, so pardon the yawning. And then the fairy godmother shows up and turns the stepmother and stepsisters into bunny rabbits. And Cinderella's like, "Isn't it mean to leave them like that?" She's like, "Yeah, midnight, they'll be fine." They'll turn back into human. And they live happily ever after. So this is kind of funny. The fairy godmother is hilarious, so you kind of get that from the Disney version. Uh, you have the two balls in this, so it gets a little bit closer to the original. And of course, because this is family television, this came out in 1985, they're not going to have the cutting off the shoes and cutting off the toes, cutting off the heels in this. And, or the eye pecking out, which I believe is in the German version. It's sanitized. Of course it is. It's family television. And remember, it came out in 85. It was meant for television. This is low budget. It's very simple. It's fun. It's a great family film. Again, if you're looking at young Matthew Broderick, though I swear he doesn't change that much, although I think his hair has gone to, and my kid is fussing. So, great thing, great Cinderella adaptation. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. This is probably about an hour long. And check out the rest of the channel. Thank you.